we're all done with the radiator install. The design changed multiple times, which again is why I'm not a big fan of measuring and coming up with plans, because you just don't know how things are going to work out sometimes. Turned out I didn't realize this, that but the radiator is skewed considerably off in this direction, which it is on the car too. I mean, so when I got this hose, upper hose, nothing made any sense. And I guess I could have just done something with a different hose to make it work, but you know, what the hell. So I got the hose in, because you know, then this would probably not work down here, right? And I just try to keep the hose in the pitting. Anyway, I've got a little bit of a close call here, but that fits. The radiator just sits down in a cradle. It's nice and snug. It is not going anywhere. So I don't need to do any more support for it. So the only thing that's holding me up right now is I just need to get the lower radiator hose, connect up the water inlet to that. But yeah, I mean, I cut off the front, shorten that up quite a bit because they don't need to be as long. Again, I made everything long on purpose just so I could trim the fit. I'll probably end up, because it does a lot of idling, and idling, especially without a shroud, is going to not get good cooling. I'll probably end up, and I have these from a junkyard, a couple of auxiliary electric fans that I can install on front of the radiator, and I'll just hook them up with a switch so I can crank them on, turn them on. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way it came out. It looks nice and fit. You know, it's cutting off that thing means I'll be able to store it easier. It's not quite as long. I could always pull off the muffler, which would make it a lot shorter even, but that tends to not be a problem. And we'll be on to some more thorough testing soon. Hope you can get the view of that. The only thing that's going to be an issue now is the fuel supply system. And I'm thinking about, in that space right in the front there, I got a big open area. I'm going to get some bulkhead fittings and see if I can't fabricate a fuel tank out of an old recycled, you know, regular fuel tank like you use, one of the red cans like that over there. So maybe I can put one of those in there. And I'd like to have the fuel tank in there sealed so the gas doesn't evaporate away, and I can easily start it and run it and not worry about it. And that's, again, like I mentioned before, I've left the evap stuff here so that can actually go to a carbon canister, and I can hook up the vents and everything. So I like to get I like to get the engine as close to what it's going to be in the car, so I don't have any surprises once I do finally get it installed in the car. I can see right now though, I just don't know how I'm going to deal with this airflow meter. I mean, this is about the fitment that's going to be in the car, and clearly that is not going to work so well. I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to get this. See, there's the airflow meter there, and the hole is just off to the left of the radiator, about 3 inches below the top. So somehow, somehow I'd have to get this here, output right here. I guess, you know, actually, if I rotated, maybe if I rotate this main, although I think that has to be like that. I don't know. If I rotated this way, I'd have to have a pretty aggressive bend. Yeah, I mean, let's go take a look at it. I mean, this thing here is exiting right at the radiator, real close to it. I mean, it's actually going past the radiator a little bit. So the goal is going to be to get this mass airflow meter up a little bit and then over. Mass airflow, I'm sorry, it's airflow meter, not a mass airflow meter. Up into here. I don't know, this is going to take some thinking. I might be able to fabricate my own pipe here that would allow me to have this a little bit higher up. Or, like I said, I might be able to just rotate that whole assembly. Maybe that's what you do. Just take this whole piece, this whole S-bend, it kind of comes out of the turbo, and then it comes out, and then it goes back. Well, instead of going out this way, just have it go out that way and go back. I don't know. We'll see. That's why I like to fabricate things up. I may end up getting to the point where I will fabricate a temporary hole, to simulate where the airflow goes through. That way I can figure out, make all that work here before I ever bother with trying to go over there. It's a process, folks. It's a process indeed. But more later after I get the lower radiator hose and then put some coolant in it, and we'll crank it up again and get that fuel tank installed. Thanks for watching. That's it for a little while. Bye.